First, just you're out there watching Shohei's bullpen. How did it go today?
It went well. Right around 30 pitches. It was 4-seam fastball, 2-seam fastball, and his split. Command was really good. Came out of it well. So, yeah, I think so. It's just going to continue to build on that, and we'll see where we go from there.
And then just looking at today, Roki Sasaki on the mound. I know we hit on just how big of that last outing, confidence builder, all of the sorts. What are you hoping to see just today and how he carries that momentum in you?
I think, last night was a pretty good blueprint on what to do. Get ahead, mix in both of your breaking balls, and certainly the split is his primary, secondary pitch. Command the fastball and fill it up. And so I think that Yoshi had really good rhythm last night, and if Roki can kind of simulate that, follow that, then we should be in good shape.
You talked last night about Yoshinobu and Roki having similar fastball split heavy repertoires. Because of that, would you eventually like to split them up in the rotation, or does their once-a-week schedule make that a little tough?
Yeah, I think that's a fair question. I think right now, obviously, with the once a week, it kind of in the way the schedule, the off days, it makes the most sense. But when we get into April, that's when things can sort of open up, and the days of rest for both those pitchers could possibly change, where then that conversation or that outcome might happen.
Austin Barnes is catching tonight. He caught Roki's last start as well. Just how has his presence behind the plate helped Roki out?
It's just, they spend a lot of time together. It's not like a dedicated battery at all. But I just felt that, Roki had a good one over there. There's some familiarity, and let's kind of just, go with that for a little bit. But Austin's been great. He's a great veteran ball player.
Doesn't seem like a coincidence, though. Why not just leave them together?
I don't want to box myself in. Will's our starting catcher, and so you start playing that game, and then you box yourself in. I'm not going to do that.
Is Will giving Will a little more time off than maybe normal the last couple of weeks? Anything behind that?
No. I think for me, I'm just more playing the long game. I think that all catchers across the board in the second half of the season start to get weary and get tired, and so I just want to make sure that we keep Will wanting for more, and there's a lot more left in the tank, and I just think that right now it's just kind of good to kind of pick my spots. But yeah, I mean he'll get about the same number of at bats that he's gotten the last few years.
Is it still sort of more relevant considering how big the second half has been more with us for the last couple of years? So physical stuff has picked up in terms of the ankle and concussion a couple of years ago. So.
Yeah, all that's part of my thought, and Will wants to be in there every single day, and that's a good thing. But it's my job to make sure, listen to the training staff, performance guys, and just what's best for the player and make a decision. So, yeah, I mean, that's, and it's not just even Will specific, it's all catchers across the board too, over years of kind of studying production with that position.
Bullpen's been excellent as of late. I know you all put a lot of effort into kind of really solidifying that group this offseason. How would you just describe their performance as of late, and how strong they've been for this group?
It's been the best part of the club so far, the most consistent. I think that just the guy's ability to take the baseball whenever asked, pick up starters when needed, and it's just a collection of all those guys. And I can go individual by individual on what they've done for our ball club in this period of time, and they've all had they've been huge, very additive.
And Phillips seemed close to coming back.
He's close. He was good yesterday. Velocity was really good. He's going to go again on Tuesday. He'll be going with Tony there in OKC. So he's coming. I think it's probably going to be a couple, 2 or 3 more, then he'll be back with us. So that's been good. Clayton is confirmed for OKC on Wednesday, so that's another good sign for us. And Michael Kopech, somebody asked about yesterday, threw a pen yesterday, and he's going to be here joining us and throw one on Tuesday. So Michael will be in town, so we'll get to put some eyes on him too. So things are slowly moving forward, and Blake Snell is going to pick up the baseball on Monday, which is a couple days away, and restart throwing again too.
Dave, you have another 6 days in a row this stretch right now, same as you had last week. How do you anticipate that? Like, you have to fill innings Wednesday, probably like you did last week. How does that sort of play out in your head? I know it's a few days ahead. But
Yeah, we're gonna. So Yoshi is not gonna go on Wednesday. So yeah, so we gotta backfill. We're gonna get somebody here on Wednesday.
Bobby Miller last night was pulled in the third with 55 pitches. Was that related? Yeah.
It's interesting. Interesting, Eric.
You just said Shohei command is very good. How was his velocity today?
Velocity is good. I think that they want to keep him right around 90 miles an hour. So he was kind of right around 90, 92, something like that. He was right where he needed to be.
Is he close to mixing in the slider yet?
That I don't know yet, Mike. Yep.
So step would be adding the.
That would be yeah, the slider. Then you're starting to do like up and down bullpens, start, stop. Then you start facing hitters. So we still got a lot of time.
You guys play the Cubs. Obviously, you played them in Japan. You play them there. You play them next week. Is it weird to like condense all of your games against one team in such a short time, like this early in the year? You've done it a few times.
Yeah, it is. And some of the teams in our division that we don't see till June, and it is. And to know that we're going to be done with these guys here in a couple weeks for the whole season is unique. I try not to overthink the logic behind scheduling, because obviously it's a tough job, but it's interesting how certain teams are going to be done with and certain teams we don't see for quite some time, and yeah.
Roki, it seems like for the last start of the team, they back and we made like a simple adjustment with how he sort of landed. Is it something like just that simple with a guy like that talented? Or was it sort of his ability to make that adjustment, maybe dial things in the way that they kind of work?
That's a good question. I don't know if it's just adjusting your sight line. I don't know if, with this split, he doesn't want contact, so it's always kind of a swing and miss pitch, but really not appreciating if you don't strike that pitch once in a while that you're not going to get chased with it. I don't know if it's mechanical, mindset. So that's more of a question for Roki. But I do think that that's kind of how you can use that pitch to your advantage. All right, thanks, guys.